Hi, my name is Caroline Windsor, and my work focuses on building magical experiences with tactile and interactive technology. Today I'll be talking through the process of my project, MYCELIUM. The base of this brief was really about transporting viewers into a new world using creative technologies. At the time, I'd just watched a documentary on these interconnected underground fungi called mycelium. Mycelium allows trees to send nutrients and actually talk to each other underground. I was like, whoa, this is insane, I love this. But as I found out more and more about it, it became clear that not many people actually care about these collaborative networks, because most of the time you're just observing them. I mean, if I asked you to empathize with a mushroom, what would you do? But what if you could make an interaction to feel like you're part of the mycelium? For this project, I laid out that journey like this, with 3 key parts. Making the participants see that they were the ones connecting the system, bringing everything into this mushroom narrative, and making the experience and the message last long after people left the room. But how do you visualize an invisible concept? What does connection look like? Well, the first round of ideas looked like this, with interactive bits in Touch Designer and exhibition proposals. But none of this actually really felt like you were part of anything, so I went back to square one. I love the idea of being able to activate installations using nothing more than your own body and some physics. That was when I came across the human circuit. The idea is that you can complete a circuit between positively charged wires and negatively charged wires because your skin conducts electricity. What that also means is that you can link up with other people and collaborate to complete a larger system, just like the mycelium. But this alone didn't show people how they were connecting, so I jumped back into the code and added lights and sounds that are triggered immediately when the human circuit is connected. The audience really loved that, and it really stuck with them in the prototyping phase, which was super fun to see. To bring participants further into this world beneath our feet, I developed acrylic laser cut etchings with patterns reminiscent of mycelium for them to stand on. The final sound was also designed to add to the narrative. It's by 2 musicians who generate sounds by hooking electrodes to mushrooms and literally hearing the mycelium communicate. The moral of this story is that without the mycelium, the trees cannot communicate, and without you, the installation is static. All stories have to have a form, so I sketched out several different ideas. The strongest of these turned into a set of 3D models to test logistics, and the strongest of those made its way into the real world to test some forms, scale, and ergonomics with the audience. This included the shape of those pools in the middle, and the height and type of the handholds to make them as accessible, on-brand, and intuitive as possible. All of that resulted in the final form, which features organic shapes and root-like copper handholds. The construction was probably my favorite part of the whole thing. Building this was like building a puzzle. Everything had to fit together in a way that hid the inner mechanics, and the build itself had to be stable and big enough for multiple people to stand on it. To make that happen, I designed the installation in 3 parts that stacked on top of each other, and manufactured each part in the LCC 3D studio. Wiring up the NeoPixels was a bit more difficult though, since they were so small I had to do a bit of surgery on them to get them to link to the other wires, but it was fun nonetheless. Even when things didn't go to plan, finding solutions turned out to be even better. This one is my favorite. The original plan for hiding the Arduino was to hang them on the copper pipes, and that didn't work, so a technician recommended we vacuum form some bubbles for them. At this point, I thought, wait, those look like mushrooms! So I hid the Arduino and speakers on the side of the board instead. From there, the whole installation could be powered from USB. When people actually interacted with this, they lit up when they realized they were the ones controlling the experience. Like mycelium, the participants constantly changed, played, and evolved with the system in really unexpected ways, which was really beautiful to see. But this project can be even more sensory, generative, and even bigger. In future iterations, this could be expanded to a full forest, where multiple poles can be connected by multiple people in different configurations. To light up the whole forest, though, every visitor would need to work together. This project is a window into the world beneath our feet and its incredible capabilities. And like mycelium, I hope it can show people that when we work together, we can light up the world through organic cooperation.